scientific spirituality. My name is Mensifi West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on the channel, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a topic that many people do not like to talk about. And this is the wanton and almost total corruption of African spirituality. The pollution that you find in African spirituality, the decadence. This is a very grave situation. And I believe that if we need to solve it, we must talk about it. And this topic today follows from my yesterday topic when I talked about why I focus on ancient khemet more than our West African deities. A very good reason for this is because of the corruption that is prevalent in our West African spiritual practice. The corruption is too much. It stinks to the highest heaven. And if you are like me, a kind of upcoming innovative or modern day spiritual practitioner, and you are witnessing all these things on a daily basis, you are going to be tired of the whole thing. Sometimes you will just want to give up. You will be confused. And this corruption needs to stop. And in order for us to solve this problem, we must share it. They say a problem shared or talked about is half solved. So I want to dwell on it today. The fact of the matter is African spirituality is almost totally corrupt. If you are not talking about this, you are not talking about anything. Okay? So there's no need defending something that is sick, that needs healing, that needs restructuring, federal restructuring. We need to restructure our African spiritual practice. And the corruption starts with our belief. One funny thing you're going to find out in African spirituality, let's just take it step by step. When you go to many shrines, you will go to an African shrine, a place that is supposed to be a bastion or an epistome or a quintessence or a collection of our ancestral knowledge and wisdom. We go to the shrine, which is supposed to be our holy of holies. You will be surprised that you will be seeing Bibles, Christian Bibles inside the shrine, and you will see the chief priest or the native doctor will be doing spells using Bibles from Christianity. Now, for me, this is a corruption. Okay, it is a corruption. It is an aberration. And I have discovered that most of these shrines whereby they mix Christianity and African spirituality, what they are practicing there is not authentic African spirituality. Most times, these people, they are usually charlatans or they are semi-illiterates. The priest themselves has no knowledge of ancient African history. They just copied it from somebody else and copied what they know, and they're just trying to pretend to be doing something. Okay? In other words, they are fake, or they are working directly with the evil spirits of Christianity to oppress and destroy the life of people that comes to African spirituality seeking help or direction. So I don't usually trust this kind of priest or native doctor. Let me call them pastors, because once you start using Bible to do spells and to pray, you are technically a Christian and technically a pastor. Okay, so I should call them pastors instead of babalawos, pastors in shrine. You're going to find a lot of African shrine, especially in Nigerians, where they have Bibles. Some of them have rosary. Then the most painful one I have seen, they have a picture of Jesus Christ inside the shrine. You will go to an African shrine, you will see picture of Jesus, the same white picture you see in the church. They will put it on the wall of the shrine. This one, for me, is the worst one. Okay, the worst one. You're going to see this. So this is encompasses the corruption of African spirituality. And this needs to stop. Now, some people will come to their defense. If you are saying that during the time of colonization, slavery, where African people were taken from during the transatlantic slave trade to Haiti, to America, to the Caribbean islands. In order for them, many of them were forced not to practice African spirituality, so they have to hide their deities inside the Christian pantheon of saints. Now that I will understand. So some people will tell you that this synchronization came from during that era, that some people now came back when they start synchronizing sense of Christians into the voodoo loas. This is how Christianity synchronized with African spirituality. Yes, there is this synchronity. You're going to find it with Haiti due to this very incident. I agree. It is understandable. But now, there is nobody chasing us anymore. There is nobody forcing you not to practice your African spirituality. Why are you still mixing it up in Christianity? I don't know. So this is the main focus now, that the bone of contention, that when you come to African spirituality in West Africa, i.e. Nigeria, you will still see lots of shrines with Bibles inside. This is wrong. This is a corruption, and it needs to stop. Even modern shrines that they build in Delta State, in Baramatu, you go to their ancestral shrine, you will see some people went to go and put some very giant Bibles inside. This is a very, very shocking. This is a pollution. Please, if you are a spiritualist, I know that many African spiritualists watch this channel. I know, I've been seeing your comments. I know, I'm happy, I'm grateful. Please, if you are indulging in this practice, or you see people indulging in this practice, we need to stop it. Please, it's better you put African history books in your shrine than to put Bible there, okay? You putting Bible there is like you are giving credence to the Bible God. You are giving the impression that the so-called Christian God is more powerful than whatever you are practicing in your shrine. And it brings confusion to you. Who are you loyal to? Are you loyal to your African spiritual deities, your gods, your African ancestors, or are you loyal to the Bible God? And it shows that you may not have confidence, or you don't have belief in your own native African spiritual practice. Because if you have confidence in your own spells, you don't need the Bible. Even if some portions of the Bible is copied and plagiarized from ancient Egypt, you still don't need to put it there. You can still go and get the text directly from the ancient Egyptians if you must recite their text every time you do spell. Okay, it's on the internet. So this corruption thing of mixing African spirituality with Christianity needs to stop. Most times it is charlatans that do it. When you ask them, they will tell you that this Bible God is more powerful than their own African gods. That is the one that created their own African gods. Any spiritualist that gives you this talk, just know that that person is an illiterate. He's a stark illiterate, and the person is stupid, or the person is directly working with these evil spirits in Christianity. Many times when you see this kind of spiritualists during the time in my early days, you go to them. Most of them are to act like middleman roadblocks to stop people that are running from Christianity. You say you're running from Christianity, you're trying to look for help or direction in African spirituality. You're still going to jam the Bible and jam Jesus Christ waiting for you in the shrine. Most times, these people will not do spells and put you in difficult mess. You have to run back to church. Again, they are there to stop people from connecting with their true divinity in African spirituality. Most of them are witches and wizards. I have encountered these people real life. You're going to find these people a lot in celestial churches. There's a lot of witches in celestial churches. This white garment church is sorry to say that. You're going to find a lot of witches in Catholic church too. You're going to find a lot of people practicing African spirituality and going to church regularly. And for me, this kind of people, I don't know why they choose to live their life like this, but we should be careful of people that have divided loyalty. This is what I'm trying to say. It does not make sense for me to say you practicing and promoting African spirituality, then you still reading Bible. Who are you? You cannot serve two masters. You have to pick one. Okay, pick one and stand by that one, so that we will know where you belong. Okay, this is part of the corruption that is polluting African spirituality I am talking about. If you are a practitioner, you watching this channel, and you still have Bible in your shrine, you better have a rethink. Focus on what you want to do, okay? Do not poison the practice. A lot of ritualists that do this in Nigeria. This is part of the corruption. It needs to be clean. I don't know. You can never see any African. You can never see any juju statue in any church. Why do you keep polluting our African shrines? Why do you keep polluting it? Go to see any church. You will not see Ogun statue there. You will not see an Amadioha picture there. You're not going to see any deity of any African spiritualist in any church, as corrupt as the church is. They will not pollute their practice. But it's only in African spirituality you'll be seeing Bibles and rosaries and pictures of Jesus Christ. This is an abomination. This is an aberration. If they don't mix their own church with their African idols, they don't put it in their church. Why are you putting their materials in your shrine? It means that you are inferior. It means that you are subscribing to their God as a higher power. You will never see any Hindu shrine where they have Bible or picture of Jesus Christ. You will never see any Chinese shrine where they have Bible or picture of Jesus Christ. You will never see this. You will only see this in African spirituality. This is wrong. The same thing goes for our other shrines too. If you don't see Bible inside African shrine, you are going to see Indian pictures. This is very, very common. I see this every day. This is another pollution. Hinduism corrupting African spirituality. Why do we need to have Indian pictures of Shiva, pictures of Ganesh, even picture of Kali? Why do we need to have them inside our African spiritual shrines? This is wrong. This is another pollution. Even in markets, everywhere I go, you will see them selling African spiritual items. They will be selling Indian pictures. They are selling pictures of Hindu deities, of Shiva, of Ganesha, of the other one, what did they call his name? Lakshmi. You will see many Indian pictures in almost every African spiritual shrine in Delta states, in Benin, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt. How did Hinduism creep into African spirituality? Why are we doing this? Although you can make contact as a spiritualist, we make contact with a lot of spirits. I have made contact with some Hindu spirits. I have made contact with Kali. I have made contact with Buddha or Ganesh. I saw them, but I didn't work with them. Even when I tried to summon Kali, she came to me she gave me some message, but we didn't work together. We could not work together. Okay, I have done that in another video, my experience with Kali. I have done the video with that. But what we need to know is that as African people, we need to promote an undiluted form of African spirituality. We should not pollute it with our shrines need to be respected. They should not be polluted with pictures of other deities. In African spirituality today, almost every shrine, every Igbe shrine, every Oloku shrine, you will see pictures of Shiva inside, pictures of Indian deities holding snake, the monkey deity, all sort of Indian deities, the one that have snake. Why the worst thing is that I have never seen any shrine in Nigeria where they have pictures of Egyptian deities. We want to connect with every other thing except ourselves. Why? What is the spirit behind it? It's like there's a certain evil spirit that is trying to blind African people, to block West African people from connecting with ancient Egypt. What is this spirit? This is a bad spirit. Whatever spirit that don't want us to connect back to our true divinity is not a good spirit. For we to unpollute African spirituality, we need to connect back to our own African deities, and we must remove all these Hindu pictures from our shrine. We must replace them with ancient Egyptian deities, with Kmetic deities. We must replace them, okay? This will give us a good, powerful sense of identity. This is what will bring that connection we are looking for. Yesterday, somebody was asking me, how do we connect back, or how do we connect to the ancient Egyptian deities? This is how we connect to the ancient Egyptian deities. We connect by making the symbolic representation. We connect by focusing our view, our psychic, our physical and spiritual energy on them. We should remove those Hindu pictures from our shrine, and we should put the Kmetic Egyptian pictures in our shrine. This is the first step. We should remove the Bibles from our shrine, remove the pictures of Jesus. If you don't have any good picture to put your own picture there. Put picture of your family there, put picture of your own ancestors, put picture of Bob Marley there, put picture of Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti there, put picture of Malcolm X there, put picture of Ivan Setiman there. These are people that have fought for Africa. Put picture of Marcus Garvey there. Okay, we have many good people that we can put their pictures in our shrine. There are people that we want to emulate. These people, they have elevated to the level of deities. These are the people's picture we should be putting in our shrine, not pictures of other people's deity, other people's god that we have no blood connection or even skin connection to. Okay, it is common sense approach to connecting back to your true divinity. When you practicing Hinduism, that's why I always complain my black people practicing Hinduism. When you connecting to, it's like you're putting yourself as a second class spiritualist or citizen. We all know that Hinduism belongs to India. Only the Indian people copied it from Khemet. It is not their thing now. Okay, this is their now culture, their tradition. We, Africa, are the origin of all spirituality. We are the origin. We have to show this to the world. We have to maintain that contact. We have to reconnect back. We have to rebuild ourselves in our own image. We cannot rebuild ourselves through the image of Christianity. It will not work for us. It will never work. It's like injecting a blood that is not your own blood type. You are trying to inject a foreign blood type into your vein so that you can have life. It will only kill you. Okay? It will only kill you. We cannot inject Hinduism into our African blood vein. We must inject our African blood into our own vein. Okay? We need to connect to our African deities. We need to connect to the ancient Kmetic deities. Those ones is in our vein. Okay? So we should remove all those Hindu pictures, and we should stand up Egyptian pictures. Pictures of Asa, of Ampu, Anubis, Best, Jehuti, Sobek. We have all of them. We know them. We should be putting those pictures in our... This is your first step of connecting back. Okay? And start meditating to them. We have materials. We have books. So this will give us that sense of pride. This is an African thing. We are in Africa. We should not leave the continent to go to India. Okay? Indian people, they came to collect from us. Even the so-called Christianity. All the Christian stories is plagiarized from ancient Khemet. The story of Jesus is the story of Horus, of Eru. Everything about Horus, for you to know this, you need to know history. There is a book called The 16 Crucified Savior. 16 Crucified Saviors, okay? This is the story of Jesus Christ, a savior that came, had 12 disciples, and died and resurrected. This is just the story of the movement of our earth around the sun every 365 days across the 12 zodiac signs. The 12 zodiac signs are the 12 disciples. You need to read this book, 16 Crucified Saviors. The first story, the first account of this Jesus Christ story is from Africa. It's from ancient Egypt. It's the story of the divine family, Osiris, Isis, and Horus, which is Asa, Aset, and Eru, the African name. We gave spirituality to the world. Okay, we gave it to the world. We gave it to the Indians. We gave it. The Christians came and plagiarized and twist everything and now feeding us poison stuff. Everybody copied from us. Why are we still copying from other people? We need to know ourselves. We need to start reconnecting back. Okay, we need to know our history. Okay, this thing we are doing, it's not good. All those Hindu pictures, we need to start removing them. They sell them in the market. Maybe next time I go to buy spiritual items, I will do video. You will see Hindu pictures, people that they buy them to put in their African shrines. You will not see one person selling any ancient Egyptian god's picture. I've never seen it. In fact, when I start talking about Khemet, many other spiritualists think I am mad. They know nothing about Egypt. They have not been able to make this connection. Okay? We need to do this connection because we are the originators of true spirituality. We need to connect back. Ancient Egypt is the birthplace of the spiritual knowledge of the world. We gave spirituality to the world. While still we are monkeying ourselves, connecting to Hinduism. It's like you are shortchanging yourself when you go through these other practices. Okay, you are shortchanging yourself. You are going through long process. Okay, they will never regard you as an authority, especially as a black man. You want to be a master of Hinduism. It will not go well for you. You can be a master of African spirituality. You are already a natural master. This is your heritage. Embrace it. Be proud of it. This is what will give us dignity. This is what will give us self-respect. This is what will make us reclaim our rightful position in this world, okay? As seniors, okay? As the originators of civilization. When we start putting Kmetic deities in our shrine, people will respect us more. And we can be able to, when people come, they see these pictures, we start teaching them. This is African stuff. Teaching them, we are waking them, we are connecting back, we are strengthening our contact, we are becoming the deities, we are living life to our greatest version now. This is the time that we know that we have arrived. So these Hindu deities, all these Hindu pictures they are selling, they need to go. Please stop buying them. Okay? Don't buy any of them. And they are fucking expensive. Okay? It doesn't make sense for me to be talking about African spirituality. You will see one big picture of Shiva behind my back. It means I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm giving all my glory to Shiva. When Shiva came to Africa to learn. It doesn't make sense. So please, we should start doing the right things, okay? These are the corruptions I'm talking about in African spirituality. Charity begins at home, okay? So I hope that somebody is hearing this and somebody is getting something from this. This needs to stop. If you know any spiritualist, any native doctor that is practicing this thing, you need to correct them. We need to be correcting ourselves. They say iron sharpeneth iron, iron they sharp iron. We need to be saying all these things. We are not living life to our greatest version. Even though you are making contact with the deity, if it's a good deity, the deity will connect you back to your own divinity. Let me tell you my story with Kali. There was a time that I was into foreign deities a lot. And when I went to the Indian Pantheon, I have made contact with some of them, but I was very fascinated about the deity of Kali because of the way she looks and what she represents. The primordial, unscorched, the original, natural epistome of the Divine Mother. I read a lot of things about her. I liked her character, and I liked the way she operates. And I started making contact with her. I wanted to work with her as a personal deity. So I started doing the Om Kalima chants. I did the chant of 1,800 chant. I was doing about 3 rotations of my 108 beat every morning in order to summon Kali. I was doing the rituals. I was doing this. And I did it for more than a month, more than 30 days. Then towards the end, Kali came. She came to me. She told me some things. Prior to that, I have had some experience with her 12 years ago. I have told the story in one video that I did something with some English shrine and I got slapped by a deity. This happened a long time ago in Malaysia. She came, she told me that she was the one that did that thing to me, that slapped me that time. I was insulting the shrine. She told me some other things and she said that we cannot work together. For whatever reason, we are not supposed to be together. She actually came. I saw her. Then she left. When she left, and another deity came. Instantly. That is the deity, one of my primary deity I've been working with till now. So I have made contact with the deity. For whatever reason, we are not supposed to work together. Okay? We were not supposed to work. But maybe Kali is working with some people. It's not that she's a bad deity, but she saw that we were not kind of fit for each other. In order for me to do the things I'm supposed to do in this life, I need to work with a deity that is a perfect fit for me. And she was not that perfect fit for me. And the deity that came after that was a perfect fit for me. And it was an African deity. Of course, it was an ancient Egyptian deity, Anubis and Pu. the female version is Santisima Moriete in Mexico. That was the deity that came through, and we were a perfect fit together. And since then, we have been working very, very well. Everything has been going well, harmoniously, stress-free. It's like we were supposed to work together. Okay, so this is what my experience I got. Maybe if I was still struggling to say I must follow Kali, I don't know if I will be here today. And besides, I will not even be talking about African spirituality. Maybe I'll be talking about Hinduism, which may not do much for my African people or for the cause that I am working towards. Okay, so you need to find your deity. And I believe if you are an African person, your deity will likely be an African deity. Okay, so we need to live life to our greatest version. And we need to, in this part of spirituality, you need all the help. The greater connection you have, the more understanding you have. So we need to connect back to our African divinities, is what I'm trying to say. And we must try not to pollute or taint our practice with deities that are not fit for us, not the right fit. This Christianity deity is a big no-no. Hindu deities, they are not so bad, but they may not be the perfect fit for us. So what I'm saying is that let's try to incorporate our African deities fully into our practice. Try to put pictures of Kmetic deities inside your practice. Even if you are attached to Hindu deities, you have been working with some of them. I have some friends that are very good with Hinduism. Still try to put some African deities inside the practice. Put their pictures in your altar as well, please. Okay, this will help to connect you back. This will help to bring that fullness or to decongest unnecessary spirits from the practice. Okay, we need to practice authentic African spirituality. You will never see any Hindu person bringing any African deity into their shrine, or they will be bringing Christian deity, or they will go and be bringing other. It doesn't. I've never seen it in any Hindu temple. It's only in African spirituality all this nonsense is happening. You come to our shrine, you will not see any. You'll be seeing Hinduism, you'll be seeing Christian Bibles and stuff. You'll be seeing witchcraft or sort of nonsense people say they're practicing African spirituality. This is the pollution I am talking about. This is the corruption I am talking about. Okay, so I believe that we can do better, and we must try our best to connect back to our khemetic spirits. Okay, this will help us a lot. The connection, the power that we are looking for, the wisdom that we are looking for, we already have it. Okay, we just need to connect back to it. So we need to put these pictures back in our shrines and drop all those Hindu pictures. It will help us a lot. It will give us a lot of self-respect. When people come to your shrine, they see this, they will ask questions, then you will start teaching them. This will go a long way to start educating the future generations. Many people don't know that Egypt is even part of Africa. They think we don't have any business with them. We need to start doing this. Okay, it is very, very imperative that we all put our hands on deck. As spiritualists, as practitioners, we need to be correcting all these things little by little, even if it's one brick at a time. Okay, so this is my take on this issue. I hope a word is enough for the wise, and somebody out there have been able to see reason with me. So this is what I have to say today. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button so you'll be the first to get my videos and write-ups as soon as I release them. And if you want to study and practice African spirituality, this is the right place. This is the channel that you need to be. This is the place where we talk about the details, the nitty-gritties of African spirituality, where we talk about the things that other spiritualists are afraid to talk about or have not even thought about. I will talk about all those things here. This is where I will trash it, dissect it, analyze it. This is where you are going to get the meat and the bones of the matter. Okay, the way I dissect this topic, I don't see anybody talking about it like this. A lot of them are still following useless traditions. Many things need to change if we need to move forward. I'm saying this. Many traditions need to change. Many things need to go. We ourselves, we need to change. Okay, life is progressive. Life is dynamic, and we must move in accordance with the time. We must use our common sense. We must upgrade update our body of knowledge. We must make new contact. We must connect with new deities. If the deity as home are blind, they are myopic, we should knock them. We go burn those shrine. But if your shrine they produce anything, your deities cannot see the future. They cannot help you. They cannot bring progress to your life. They cannot give you inspiration to succeed. What are you doing with that juju? You're not going to burn the juju. You go burn them, then you go create new one. Now so that they do them, okay? Anything when they bring progress, if your leg, you know, they feel you go cut and come up. If your hand they work, cut out, it better make you not get hand. I say you get hand, you not feel use and do anything. Okay? Anything when they bear fruit, cut them off. If na friend when they bear fruit, when they add value to your life, cut them off. Now the way I see am be that too. Okay? Now common sense matter. So I hope that we should see reason. We need to upgrade many deities in African spirituality in West Africa. All these usual they don't get sense of direction. All these priests we only sacrifice, only money. We go cut all of them off. Okay, we need to evolve. Time don't change. Okay, it's a new day. So we need to reason out like this. If you want to read my book on quantum physics and African spirituality, I still sell and I am currently printing new set of books now. You soon get a hard copy. If you want to do your spell work, your love spell, your exes, your packs, oracle, tarot readings, the whole 9 yards, my number is under the screen. You know where to find me. Apart from that, I wish you a very, very wonderful day. And I'll be seeing you as usual in the subsequent videos. So take care and bye. Peace. Well, I need to come on for time.